Hello
Good day.
and welcome to today's video where we will be reading and discussing. I've gone Australian because
Rescuers Down Under.
I'm so sorry for the offensive accents at the start of this video.
The very first Disney sequel. That's got to mean something. That's worth discussing anyway.
Yeah, it's the first Disney sequel to canonical Disney sequel. Obviously, other Disney movies got sequels that aren't canonical. So, Bambi's got a sequel. Cinderella's got a sequel. Lady and the Tramp's got a sequel.
We're not listening.
They've all got them, but this is the first one that made it into the canon. Obviously, in recent years, sequels have made it into the canon. So, obviously, we've got Ralph Breaks the Internet, which is a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, and Frozen 2, which have also made it into the canon, but this was the first.
I'm not a fan of canonical sequels. I like the system where, like, there was the direct-to-DVD sequels. I think that was a good little system.
Apart from the terrible, terrible animation that came with them.
Okay, yeah, but, like, I'm worried that maybe because modern Disney, which maybe I should discuss for another minute, I'll just touch on it now because it would say why I'm quite harsh on the canonical sequels. Because I'd much rather Disney focus their energy on original stories. I mean, it's my same problem with Pixar. They're taking the easy way out recently.
Mm-hmm. Fair, that's fair. I actually like The Rescuers Down Under. I prefer it to The Rescuers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's the better made film. I think when you have a second go at something, you go, why didn't it work? Why did it work? What can I improve on? What can I do well? So I think straight off the bat, Rescuers keeps that creativity that I swooned over with the first one, but maybe kind of adds a bit more comedy. The first Rescue was a bit too dark with Madame Medusa, and now we have an animal poacher, which is quite a dark subject.
Yeah, Percival McLeach.
They're quite cartoonish at the same time.
Yeah, so the plot of this one is that Cody, the little Australian boy, helps out animals and has a really irresponsible mother that lets him go and play in the Australian bush for hours at a time. Like, that's not plot integral, that's just my own opinion. He is then kidnapped by the evil animal poacher, Percival McLeach, in order for him to lead McLeach to Marahute, the eagle.
Yeah, I don't know where to start with this. I've always was surprised that Rescuers Down Under was the one to get a sequel, canonical sequel, because like in my head I was like...
But the Rescuers did do really well, as we discussed.
So, I went into it a little bit. I'll start with what I liked about it. That eagle is gorgeous and also quite fascinating because it's actually, other than being massive, Disney haven't changed with it. It's not like... what's the word?
Anthropomorphized.
Yeah, so it's not like made human. Like all the mice are humanized, and you've got Joanna the lizard who
does not look like the animal she's supposed to be.
And then you've got all of like the like human like animals, and then there's this one animal that isn't, like, it literally is an eagle.
Yeah, Marahute doesn't even speak, does she?
I like that. I thought that the eagle was strong because of that, and because it couldn't be more animal, I didn't feel like that eagle needs more screen time because its character was already there. It's the most trusting eagle in the world, though. Boy unnets it, and it's like, I'm going to take you back to meet my kids. I literally thought that film was going to end in the first 5 minutes with the eagle feeding. Yeah, but hey, maybe that's the next Rescuers film.
So the characters you've got in this, you've got Cody, who I prefer to Penny. I feel he's got a little bit more going on than Penny did. Obviously you've got Bernard and Bianca back.
Yeah, Bernard is trying to find the right time to propose.
Yes, and but obviously the new Australian kangaroo, wrong continent, everyone. The Australian kangaroo mouse, Jack, just keeps getting in the way, doesn't he? Because he has taken a shine to Miss Bianca.
Yeah, very Crocodile Dundee character.
Yeah, you've got Percival McLeach. Obviously, as a villain, I prefer him as a villain to Madame Medusa.
Yeah, he's still not one of the... You're not going to remember him.
No. And Joanna, who's lizard. Is she a lizard? I'm pretty sure she's a lizard, isn't she?
Yeah, it's going on, like, Disney went through a trend, like, when suddenly they were like, right, you can't be mean to cats anymore, they're like, right, we'll be mean to lizards.
Yeah.
And almost every Disney so far has had a horrible lizard in it. The last Rescuers film had two evil crocodiles.
Yeah.
The Black Cauldron had a lizardy goblin and like kind of a gargoyle lizardy henchman. Great Mouse Detective didn't.
No, it didn't have a lizard.
No.
Little Mermaid had eels, which are basically sea lizards.
Yeah, there will be evil lizards quite frequently throughout that. We won't go into them now.
No.
But I like Joanna, to be honest.
She was hilarious. She's played for comic relief more than villainy.
But at least they set that in stone rather than the first Rescuers where they had the scary villains and then they made them more comical as the film went on. And I just feel like they lost touch with some cool characters. Whereas Joanna goes, right, this is for fun.
Your favourite character was probably, was it Orville?
Orville, played by John Candy, who he was a comedy icon for the time.
I have a fun fact about him in a few videos' time.
There we go. Right, well, stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the brother of the albatross that's in the first one. He has one of the best scenes in the film where so Orville the albatross constantly has a bad back, and he gets taken to hospital when he arrives in Australia, and this is like a hospital van that's been commandeered by mice. And it is one of the best scenes where he's trying to escape from hospital because the way they're going to realign his back is with a chainsaw.
Yeah, I mean, I like that scene, but I was like, why is it in this story? It doesn't enhance the plot.
Because Orville's great.
Yeah, they got John Candy playing an albatross and went, let's throw a couple more scenes in. I don't know, I like the scenes, but they didn't serve any purpose for me.
But I mean, they were done for the actor, weren't they?
Yeah, The Rescuers Down Under is a weird one. I'm thinking of, we're in the Renaissance period now. I'm thinking of all the Renaissance films, and The Rescuers Down Under don't belong there. It's weird. It's just like a different...
I think it would have been okay if it came just before The Little Mermaid and it was the last of the Dark Age.
Yeah, it feels like The Little Mermaid came in and went, this is what Disney needs to be. And Disney went, no, let's go, that Black Cauldron wasn't too bad. And like they're trying to dragging it back.
Well, it's set in amongst loads of princess films, isn't it? So it's in between The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Which is then immediately followed by Aladdin, and then one of the greatest Disney's of all time, which is The Lion King, and then we're back into princess films again.
The Renaissance period is a really strong one. And like, I mean, I'm not saying Rescuers Down Under is a bad film, but it doesn't feel...
I just forget it's there.
Yeah, but the Renaissance film isn't forgettable. I mean, if you take Rescuers Down Under out, there aren't any forgettable films in the Renaissance period.
and this was the period of Disney that I grew up on.
Yeah.
And I love them. I love them all, apart from the Rescuers Down Under.
Strange.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Yeah.
My fun fact, I've got two fun facts, actually. I'll do a happier one first. So this was the first film to be 100% done with digital animation. My second fun fact is a slightly sadder fun fact, which is that there was actually a third Rescuers movie planned, but to be released in '96. But sadly, Eva Gabor died in 1995, meaning that The Rescuers was her last. The Rescuers Down Under was the last film she ever did, and they decided that after her death, they weren't going to do any more Rescuers because they would basically like, nobody can replace Eva Gabor as Miss Bianca, and they only did the second film because they could get every single original voice actor back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they weren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rate it.
I mean, it's better than the first one. I still think it's in Essentials of Disney. I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
And that is that. So we are off. Have a magical rest of your day.